try this again. I just recorded everything that I wanted to talk about, and it hadn't actually recorded, which I know is really boring, but it's that's always the most natural. And whenever I have to re-record, I always forget what I've said the first time, so I always like to use the first one. It's the same with Instagram stories as well. The first recording is always the most natural. So here goes again. Everything here is different. I feel like my entire life has changed while I've been here in terms of routine and just the way that I'm spending my days. And I feel like that should have been really obvious that was going to happen, but I just expected to come here and for my life to kind of stay the same. I thought I would be out and about a lot more, obviously. In Paris, I thought I would still write in the afternoons, and I'd be out writing in cafes because that's what I was looking forward to, and writing in the afternoons has always been my thing. That's when I'm most productive. It's not like that here. I like to write in the mornings, and I like to write here at home, and then I like to go out. But yeah, it's really, really bizarre, and my sleeping patterns have changed a lot as well. I feel like I'm like my London friends now, where normally when I go and visit them, I can never understand why they eat so late, why they stay up so late, and then they get up late. It must be something to do with city living, because I am finding that too. And because everything's shifted, I've struggled to get into routines, and I've struggled to transfer my routines over, my morning routine in particular, which, as you know, is very, very important to me. And I think it probably took a good 10 days for me to really implement and concrete and cement that morning routine into daily life here. And it has shifted a little bit. This week's vlog is very kindly sponsored by Aura, who I have talked about on the channel before. They are a wellness meditation app, and I use Aura. I have been using Aura for morning meditation as part of my morning routine. I've tried all sorts of different apps, but I find the thing I like best about Aura, and what I will say about it, is that it's definitely the most varied. So they don't just have meditations on there. The meditations they do have on there are great, and they're really varied in terms of the time and the topic that you can do. But they also have really great things like sleep stories on there, sounds, really nice, relaxing, sounds of the sea and rainforest sounds and things like that. And then they have life coaching and CBT on there as well. So there's loads and loads to dive into. But mostly I use it for meditation in the morning. So I've been doing my usual in terms of journaling. That hasn't changed at all. I'm just looking at the camera now because I'm like, is it recording? I don't want to miss it again. Journaling, that hasn't changed. Managed to do that. But the days that I haven't meditated versus the days that I have, the difference is crazy. I don't do much meditation in the morning. The max I'll ever do is 10 minutes. Sometimes I'll only do 3 minutes. But coming here has really made me realise that I need meditation, ideally in the mornings, like I need to brush my teeth. I feel so much more present, grounded, chilled. And that sounds like a real like cliche, but it's true. And when I don't do it, I can't like, I don't know, it's like I can't quite settle into my day. I struggle to get going with work. The difference is absolutely nuts. So yeah, I'm feeling good for having those routines in my day now. The one routine that I haven't transferred over is my morning Pilates. Life's changed, so I'm walking so much while I'm here at home. And I've talked about this before, but I like to do 10,000 steps a day. Here, I'm doing between 15 and 20,000 steps a day. I don't take the metro. I like to walk everywhere. In the afternoons, I like to go out and about. I am going out at night now, which is great. Like, I've never socialised so much in my life. And even as introverted as I am, I think because I know I'm just here for a month, like, I'm absolutely loving that. So I'm getting lots and lots of exercise through walking, and I just felt like, do you know what? There's no need to push myself. Like, it's okay to find balance between routines and spontaneity, and just, incorporating what works, letting go of what doesn't, allowing that to be temporary if it needs to be, and that's okay. So while I'm here, I've knocked Pilates on the head. I'm not doing it because I'm walking so much. But other than that, I'm enjoying the morning routine. I'm also enjoying, in terms of routines, like, I go and get fresh bread every day. I love that. And I also I've been doing the flower thing as well. So like every Sunday I go and get flowers from the market. And it's just, I don't know, there's something about routine that I love, and it doesn't have to be big. It's the smallest things. And I've written about creating magic in the everyday this week on Substack, and that was buying flowers was one of the things that I said, and just leaning into being present and being kind to yourself. But if you want to read that Substack, I will leave a link to it in the description. And the other thing, I knew I'd forget because this is a second recording. It was Valentine's Day this week, so talking about creating magic in the everyday and like balancing routine and spontaneity, I decided to take myself on a date for Valentine's Day. I was like, if you watch Sex and the City, you'll understand this reference, but it was like, is it me or is Valentine's Day on steroids this year? But obviously I'm in Paris, and it's the most beautiful, romantic city in the world, and I didn't see why I should miss out on that. So I took myself off to my favourite place to sit in Paris, and I am going to do a full Paris guide probably when I leave, and it'll be on Substack. I'll write it. And favourite places to sit, and like I'm collecting this little collection of favourite benches around Paris to sit on as well that I really want to share with you. But yeah, my favourite place to sit in Paris is Place Sulpice, which is in the 6. So it's like a 20-minute walk from my place. So I headed off down there, got all dressed up for myself, makeup, the works. Just to feel good for me. Put my dress on, heels on, the works. And trotted off to Place Sulpice, and the plan was to eat macarons while I was there. Pierre and May had very sadly sold out of vegan because they're so amazing, obviously. So I had to walk up to Ladurée, pour me, and they still had plenty left. So I got a hot cup of tea and a lovely box of macarons, and just sat and devoured the entire box. People watched. I think people thought I was a little bit nuts because I filmed it at one point. So that's going to be like the opening of this vlog, so now you've got the story behind it. But yeah, I just sat there and enjoyed every minute, and it got to like 6 o'clock and the bells started ringing out. It was very romantic, but I think that's okay. I think it's okay to romanticize our own lives, and I really enjoyed it. And then I just sat and watched the light fade away and walked home. Outfit of the day time. I feel like I haven't been that great at sharing daily outfits while I've been here, so apologies for that, but here's one. I'm basically wearing the same things all the time as usual, but I think you've seen this actually, because I showed you this new sweater like this when I bought. So heading out, because it's the afternoon, I like to go out in the afternoons, and I've got the new Cezanne sweater on, which I've been wearing a lot. Read-on jeans, matte nap belt, and ballet flats. So I've got the Vivaya ones, which are looking a little bit dirty actually. The weather is so strange, like it's got a little bit warmer, but I'm actually feeling a little bit like, I don't know, chilly, a bit like not very well today. So I think I'm going to get wrapped up nice and warm and put my coat on top, and I'm going to take my crossbody bag out with me. Back at one of my favourite places, Palais Royal. I'm going for a very late lunch with Amandine. I have no idea where I'm going, it's her recommendation, but last time, oh my gosh, did she find the nicest place. It was the Wild and the Moon place that I shared in one of the old vlogs. I think it's like a chocolatey type place, restaurant, I'm not really sure. I'm just turning up and trusting her recommendation, so we will go and find out. So far. Seeing Amandine was really, really lovely. The chocolate place that we were going to was, oh, nice and sunny around here. Yeah, the chocolate place that we were going to, they had like an event on, so we couldn't get a table, but it looked really, really nice. But instead, we had a little wander around the area near Palais Royal, which is just so beautiful, and went for, see, sunny, look pretty, little park. Yeah, we went for Japanese food, which was really, really, really nice. We're going on a little creating magic in the everyday, and something that is also becoming a little bit of a routine. We're gonna go to Land and Monkeys, which is, vegans of you are gonna absolutely love this, and the rest of you I think will just appreciate it. Or if you're into trying vegan food or you have allergies, stuff like that, you're gonna love this place. It is an entire bakery where everything in it is vegan, and I have never had such nice pain au chocolat or just regular croissants. So I'm gonna go there, and then we go and eat what I decide to get in Place de Vosges, which is one of my another favourite place to sit in Paris. So yeah, I'm gonna go make some magic in the everyday, which I do realise is very easy for me to do while I'm in Paris, and I did write about that in this last week's Substack. But there were loads and loads of other ideas, very inexpensive, often free, things that you can do to just make your own happiness. I've actually not been feeling that well. Got like a really sore throat and it's really swollen. So yeah, I'm in need of like cheering myself up.
Yesterday there was sun and there was rain, beauty in the mundane. And as the light startled our eyes, we let go of disguise. And now there's something in the air and a sparkly shimmer on our skin, restoring everything within. Oh, dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes, undercover agents of the other, beyond gravel, beyond all. Hand in hand, building castles out of sand, reaching for the grand. As willows align, we lose track of time. Head up high, now we climb. Oh, dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes, undercover agents of the other.
They were so delicious and well worth taking the time to enjoy. One of the questions that I keep getting asked again and again is, what's next? Like, what happens after Paris? Are you staying in Paris? Are you even going to go home? Where are you going next? What's next for you? And my answer is always the same. I don't know. I just don't know. I'm not even thinking about going home, even though I'm over the halfway mark now. I really want to be here, and I want to be here for the entire month. And by be here, I mean like in my body, and I want to be present, and I want to enjoy every single moment. And that is how we slow time down, is by being the most present that we can be. So that's the plan. just continue here, take every day as it comes, and enjoy every single minute.